All right, good morning. Here we are on OneNote. Okay, so we're gonna do another lesson this time. This time is gonna be on FIAB Part B. So we're gonna label this as FIAB 1 Part 2. And it's gonna be Part B, okay? So this is gonna be for number 10 because I know people were having trouble with this one. So for number 10, it's asking to find, it has a table. Here's the table. It has time in hours. And it also has amount of Tylenol. Right? Acetaminophen is Tylenol in milligrams. Now, the table says 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no, 6. 500, 379, 287, 217, 665, 504. So what you notice here is that this, from here to here, it's from here to here is decreasing. And then all of a sudden, at time 4 hours, it increases. Now let's read this problem to make sense of it. In a particular patient, the half-life of Tylenol is 2.5 hours. The patient takes the first dosage at 500 milligrams and another dosage of 500 4 hours later. So at the 4th hour, he took another 500. This is 500 plus what was remaining, which is 165 if you subtract. So now, let's keep reading. It says, the patient only takes 2 dosages. How many hours after the first dosage will the patient reach, a level of Tylenol of only 100 milligrams? So it's asking, how much time after the first dosage? The first dosage was 500, right? So how much time after the first dosage, right? How much time until, right, you get a dosage of 100 milligrams? So this is going to decrease just like it was decreasing before. It's going to decrease again back down to 100 milligrams. But how long will that take? We just don't know. But we can use the clues to help us figure it out. The half-life is the time it takes for the dosage to half. So if the dosage was 500, half of that would be 250. And it would take, as it says in the problem, it takes 2.5 hours for this to happen. Now there's a fancy formula that you can use. Y equals Y naught e to the kt, where Y is the current level and Y naught is the initial level at time is 0. So we can relate it to this problem. You see, the initial level was 500. So we could say that 500 is equal to, we could say that also the current level is going to be, we're talking about the level after 2.5 hours, which will be half. So this is actually y. This is t. And this is y naught. That's what you started with. This is what you're ending with. And this is the time it took to get there. The time to half it is the half-life. So you're going to have 250, right? That is your y, is equal to y naught is what you started with, 500. E to the k, we don't know what k is, and t, which is 2.5. Okay, now we got to solve for k. E is just a number. E is it's like around 2.2. Right? So we know everything except for k. So now we're going to solve for k. K is going to be, well, if we divide by 500, right, then we'll have 250 over 500 on the left. On the right, that 500 cancels, and we're only remaining with this portion here, right? Because that 500 canceled. Now, the opposite of E is ln. So we're going to ln both sides. And that's what we get on the left. And on the right, we're left with only, and if you want me to take it step by step, I can. So 250, right? If we divide it by 500 cancels. The zeros, what's going on over here? The zeros cancel. And we're left with 25 over 50 is equal to e to the k 2.5. If we want to get rid of that, I'm going to ln both sides. And now ln and e, since their opposites were canceled, that's why I ln'd, natural log. And now we have k times 2.5 is equal to all this junk, which we can reduce. Really quick, 25 over 5 is 5. 50 over 5 is 10. Oh my gosh, it's 1/2, guys. Divided by 5 again, that is a 1. I cannot think right now, I'm sorry. Just do this. And that's a 1 and a 2. You guys agree? It's 1/2. I just divided by 25, top and bottom. All right. So there you have it. If we divide by 2.5 on both sides, we have k is equal to all that. When you plug it into a calculator, you will have let's see, I'm going to do ln of 0.5. I'm going to divide it by 2.5. And I get a value of negative 0.277. That's my K value. Great. Now I could do some calculations here. Right? So now we know what K is. So now I have my new equation. Y is y naught e to the kt, where we now know what K is. We know E is a number we know. It's around 2.2. And we know that we're starting with 665. And we're going to end with 100. Right? Why am I starting with 665? Because I don't want any tricky business here. I want something consistent. I don't want people to start taking dosages as I'm calculating. That's going to screw things up. So this was when the last dosage was taken. So I'm going to start there. And I'm going to end at 100. So that means that my initial value is 665. So I'm going to write 665 e to the k, which we know is negative 0.277, t is equal to, what's my y value? Well, that's the final value, right, after the time has elapsed. So the time is going to be calculated from here to here. This is the time, right, from the 4th hour, right, to this hour. That's the time. So we're going to have our y equaling 100 milligrams, because that's our final value. And when we divide things out, we get divided by 665. All right. And let me just simplify that. 100 over 665. I kind of don't want to do that. Let's just divide by 5. We get 20 over 133. Okay. Is equal to e to the negative 0.277 t. If we want to get rid of that, we're going to ln both sides. ln. These cross out. And we're left with ln of 20 over 133 is equal to negative 0.277 t. And if we divide, we get t is equal to ln of 20 over 133 over negative 0.277, which is ln of 20 over 133. All right. Oh man, I deleted my calculator stuff here. Gotta do it again. And I get 6. T is 6.84 hours. Don't be fooled. I know the answer does not have 6 in it, but the time that we calculated was only from the 4th hour to the last hour, and that was 6.8. But we need to add to that from the 0 hour to the 4th hour because they wanted the time from 0. So we need to add another 4 hours to that. And so 4 plus 6.8 time total is 6.84 plus 4, which is 10.84, which is between, right? Time is between 10 and 11 hours. And that is it. So time is less than 10 hours, or is greater than 10 hours, but less than 11. So the answer is A. All right, that's it. I know this video was long, but I didn't want to do it in class. For that reason, you have the opportunity to skip through these videos. I just hope that you really learn and are engaged from these. Take care, you guys. I'll see you in the next one.